All right, guys. So it's been a while since my last video, and just kind of want to give you guys an update on me and what's going on with me and my health, with the cystic fibrosis, with Clydeco, and with my contest prep. So it's probably been, I don't know, probably about 4 weeks, maybe a little longer since I've done my last video, and um, a lot's happened since then. Maybe I'll tell my face has shrank a lot. I'm wearing a different hat right now. My hat doesn't actually fit me right now. My other one. I'm down about 10 kilos. Down about 22 pounds since the beginning of my prep, and still working with Mark Lobliner, TigerFitness.com, and MTS Nutrition. So basically, my macros right now, I'm at about 80 grams of carbs a day on my off days, 40 grams of fat, and 180 grams of protein. My body weight this morning was 169 even. So I guess what I wanted to start with was the difficulties that I've had so far with my prep and with cystic fibrosis. So if anybody's looking to looking to compete, that has CF, this will apply to you, or even if you've had a double lung transplant, this probably would still apply to you, some of this stuff. So in case you care, this is what's going on. First off, going to the bathroom has been kind of a challenge lately. My fiber is really low. It's mostly probably my fault, but it is partly my macros. I say my fault. I don't enjoy vegetables. I never really have. I mean, I'll eat broccoli. I'll eat green vegetables. I just don't crave them. And I personally would rather be slightly hungry finishing a meal rather than completely full and filling myself with broccoli or asparagus, stuff like that. I do take a greens and superfruit blend by Barley's. It's raspberry flavored, 8 servings of vegetables and fruit per scoop. It's got probiotics in there and some other stuff. So I mean that helps. And I do try to get 3 or 4 times a week. I try to get some beans in my diet for the fiber. I mean, right now my diet is pretty stable and it's pretty consistent, and it probably won't change a whole lot in terms of the food that I'm eating. I'm eating ground turkey, 99% lean. I'm eating chunk light tuna, low sodium. I'm eating 96.4 Laura Lean's organic ground beef. I'm eating lightly salted Blue Diamond almonds, and I'm eating cage-free organic eggs. My carb sources are rice noodles and Ezekiel bread. That's pretty much it. And then obviously black beans, a few times a week. So it doesn't change a whole lot. Seasoning wise, I am really going through a lot of Tabasco sauce, Cholula, pretty much anything to give it flavor to keep the sodium down. I was really hitting the A1 pretty hard for a while when I was eating a lot of chicken. I've since cut back on my chicken. I'm eating chicken a couple times a week, and the main reason for that is being on the Clydeco, the Vertex Clydeco study right now. I need to dedicate 20 grams of fat in the morning and 20 grams of fat essentially at night to fully absorb that medication, and that is a challenge right now. I'm probably getting about 18 or 19 grams of fat in the morning, 18, 19 grams of fat at night, and then middle of the day, honestly, I can't have any fat. So really, the only thing I can eat is super lean turkey and super lean
or tuna. I mean, that's really it. That's all I can eat. I mean, unless I want to eat egg whites, I'm not gonna just keep eating egg whites. I need something with a different something with a different amino profile, just keep things just keep things moving along, and my body not to get used to the same thing over and over and over. My workouts right now, fairly intense. I picked up the intensity a little bit. Still high volume. A little bit more supersets now in the last week. My cardio is at 7 days a week for 45 minutes each session. Essentially, I'm only taking 1 day off a week, which I still do cardio that day, because I've incorporated an extra day of hamstring and calf work, to bring up my hamstrings to more or less match my quads right now. Also, I mean, in that hamstring workout, I'm hitting my glutes a little bit too, because I've kind of given up the whole back squats. I've never been a big squatter, I'll be honest with you. My squats have usually consisted of using the Smith machine, and my biggest reason behind that is breathing. One, taking oxygen into the gym to help, and to kind of get past needing that. Using the Smith machine is proven to be a lot better at developing my quads, and a little bit easier on my breathing rather than using the free weight. I can't really explain why, but it also is a safer method for me, not growing up, playing football per se or stuff like that. Where I mean, I played baseball and I wrestled, but I didn't squat when I grew up, so I was never taught the proper form of squatting. I did a lot of squatting when I was bodybuilding out in Las Vegas, but when I moved back here to Michigan, I didn't really pick up squatting the way I was out there. So I switched to the Smith machine, and I do a lot of close stance front squats is what I use. And I would say my quad development is fairly I'd say they're pretty fairly well developed right now. My hamstrings and my glutes could use some work. My hamstrings aren't actually all that bad, considering that my quads seem to be, a better muscle group than I previously thought they were going to be. Coming into this prep, I thought they were more or less a lagging body part, kind of like my chest. And I think I've kind of shown myself that my back thickness and my back width can be a little bit better, considering the fact that my legs are, at least from the front, are pretty dominant. So, other than other than the bodybuilding stuff, we're going back to the Kaleido, my PFTs are up 4% or 4 points yesterday. Still hovering around 50%. I assume that would probably change once I'm out of prep and eating a normal diet and not training 6 days a week and doing cardio 7 days a week. And to be honest with you, before anybody asks, because I've already been asked about 100 times on my Facebook page, Cystic Fibrosis Bodybuilder, I don't know what my plans are after this show. My wife and I kind of came to an agreement that this would be the only show that I do. And the prep hasn't been as bad as I thought it was going to be. I mean, it's not easy by any means or any stretch of the imagination. It's pretty taxing, but it hasn't been it hasn't been unbearable per se, and things are going pretty well, and I look pretty good. Considering it's my first show, my first true contest prep. I've gotten this far into it. I've never gotten this far into a prep before. Yeah, I mean, right now the biggest focus now is hamstring and glutes, bringing those in, and trying to keep my PFTs still up, and that's pretty much it. So, if anybody's got any kind of questions, shoot them over. Follow me on Facebook at Cystic Fibrosis Bodybuilder. You can also find me on Instagram. It is Booty23, Boudy 23. Yeah, like I said, any questions, let me know. I'm currently working with 2 people, trying to get them in, beach ready, not show ready, because I don't think I'm there yet to be showing somebody how to get show ready. But beach ready, I can help you with. I don't charge anything to my followers. So, anyways, yeah, if you guys need anything else, got any questions, shoot them over. Any questions about Kalydeco Vertex, shoot them over. I'm not really having any side effects, no liver issues like a lot of other people, no kidney issues, none of the above. So it's working out pretty well for me, I would imagine. So yeah, that's probably about it. Like I said, you guys got anything, send them over. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.